Or Naylor with Owner Built, and I'm going to walk you through the bidding portion of our software today. So once you got your contractor account set up and you're ready to receive bids, once a plan becomes available, then you will receive an email that looks like this one. You should also receive a text message. You'll definitely get at least one of them. After you click the link here in the email, then you will be directed to your main bids page. So you can see this is Blue Collar Roofing's bids page. And as you can see here, we have this table with all the plans that we are available to bid, that are available for us to bid. If you have multiple trades, then there'll be a row for each trade. So let's say that the roofing guy also did siding as well. Then there would be a line for this plan for roofing, and then another line for the same plan for siding, as well as this. But this contractor only has access to the roofing trade, so that's the only one that's here. If you ever want to get to this page and you don't have that link, then the way you do it is in your sidebar. Then the contractors that you have access to are listed in your sidebar. If you're on mobile, then this menu kind of folds in and there's 3 dots, but you can click it and expand it, go all the way down to the bottom, and then you can see all the contractors you have available to you, and then you can expand it and just choose bids. Okay, so you've gotten here, you see the plans that are available to you. The ones that say not bid have obviously not been bid yet, and so now I'm going to show you how to enter in that bid. So click view, takes just a second to load. The external name is what we show to users. We segregate these plans by location. And so that's why we have this different internal and external name. The external name is the one that we show to the users, and the internal name is the same thing, except we've appended where this plan is, where this plan can be built. So this plan's pretty simple. There's only one image. This is just the front image view of the house. And then down below here in files, we should always at least have the plans, and optional have any other relevant files. But if you click it, then it automatically downloads it, and you can come in here, check out the plan, and get your bid ready. So coming down here, this is the construction plan. It's a Gantt chart, shows you how the entire flow of the project will go. As you can see, we try really hard not to make sure that people aren't going to be working on top of each other. So each step, there's typically only one person working on it until we get to 4-way. And once we get to 4-way, then there should only be one person inside and one person outside at all times. Okay, so now that you've got an overview of the software, let's talk about this bid section. So these are the line items and the timelines that we need from you in order to get the bid in the system. So first, let's talk about the line items. Contractors often comment that the line items that we want are not the ones they typically put on their bids. So we've reached out to banks and asked them how they like their cost breakdowns organized to make it easier to fund the loan. And this is the line items we asked for are based on that feedback. We really appreciate you changing your process a little bit to get the line items organized like this. It helps everybody out. It helps the builder out because they're able to get the loan easier. It helps the bank out because bankers don't like to do extra work, and so it's all perfect for them. It helps Owner Built out because builders have a better experience, so they tend to use our platform more. And ultimately, it helps you out because when those other things work, we can provide more work to you. So we appreciate you splitting out your line items like this. Below, they have these notes that lets you know when that line item will be submitted for draw. So as you can see, the roofing material, the roofing labor and the roofing material both pay out 100% when lath has arrived. So if you come down here into the construction plan, then let's see if we can find lath. Okay, so there is a step in the construction plan, a lath step. So once whatever contractor is doing lath has arrived and they've taken photos, and so that we can see and verify that the previous work was done, or I should say, so the builder can see and verify that the previous work was done, then these line items here that are marked will automatically be submitted for draw. Typically, the item that gets your line item submitted for draw, or the step that gets your line item submitted for draw, is the one immediately following you. So you can see lath comes here right after dry in and load. And so as soon as you dried in and loaded, then, there we go. As soon as you've dried in and loaded, then lath comes up, they upload their pictures, you get paid. Okay, so this next step is timelines. Every single step that your contractor or that your trade is assigned to, we need to get a timeline for. So this is in days, and you can see that these timelines line up to the construction plan below. So we need a timeline for tile and finish. If you scroll down, then there is a, let's see if we can find it here. There is a step for tile and finish right there. And then as we saw before, there's a step for drying and load. And so if you come down here, then there's a step for drying and load. Okay, so how do you actually submit your bid? The software makes sure you can't do it wrong. If there's red words, then you've done something wrong. It's not hard. But essentially, you just punch in whatever number is appropriate for each one of these line items. You give us how long you think it'll take you to do this step in the construction plan. And then you hit save changes. Wait for it to apply. And then once you get that notification, you're good. You're done. There's no further action. Once you've been assigned a job, then you'll be sent a PO, which we'll cover in the next tutorial.